I see that you've chosen to continue reading this despite my warnings. Why you've chosen to do this despite my best wishes, I'll never know. Know that your loss of sanity is your own doing, and not mine, for I gave you several warnings and several reasons to turn back. It is you that chose to keep reading. I did not force you. Well, now that you're here, we might as well go. The next deity in this pantheon is named Skelter, the god of insanity. As his name implies, he is the reason that insanity exists in our world. He is responsible for every killer, as they are his direct proxies. He enjoys the chaos that making people go insane spreads. He enjoys causing you to tear your hair out over bills or school or just general stressors of life. He enjoys causing life. He enjoys the chaos that serial killers spread across the world, the killers that he makes. However, these little things are just what he does in his downtime, and not what he considers A-class entertainment, you could say. You may be thinking how soul-crushing experiences that you personally go through in your day-to-day life could possibly consider nothing but a small pastime. Remember, these beings are so high above you, so unbelievably high above you, that simply annoying you personally would just be boring for them for the most part. He is only truly entertained by true chaos, such as causing wars over small arguments, like simply where a border begins and ends. Do you think that humans would kill each other over something as little as that, just a little bit of land? For example, the war between the Finnish and the Soviet Union before World War II. That war was over just a small bit of land, and it caused the death of thousands. No, that was Skelter, playing with thousands of people's lives for his own entertainment. Playing with them because he was bored, making them fight because he was bored, making them die because he was bored. Similarly, he might make enough people allow a madman to become the leader of a whole nation, a whole country, leading it to ruin and despair. Or maybe he'll make you think that the madman is the best leader possible, making you an avatar of chaos, as you think that people who would dare oppose this person are the real villains. You never truly know what side you're on, of course. You'll never know if you're the person that he chose to leave alone and are truly deposing a madman, or if you are someone who has been brainwashed into thinking that the madman is truly a good person. You'll never know, and you may never even know the truth. As I said, you are just a plaything to him after all, making you not think for yourself, for entertainment. You think you are thinking for yourself, and think that all the bad things this madman does is justified or isn't true. But no, beings bigger than you could possibly comprehend are influencing you to think irrationally, all to further the chaos and further his own entertainment. Do you honestly think humans would naturally hate each other over such small differences, such as looks? After all, beings who we consider lower than us, such as animals, don't care what color fur each member of their species has. They don't care if one is slightly lighter than the other. A lion doesn't care if another lion is albino, for example. Lions don't care if one's mane is bigger than the others. They just live. They just exist. It doesn't matter. So does it sound rational that humans, which are beings capable of much higher thought than a lion or any other animal, would naturally care about such minor differences? No. Once again, it's all him. All for his own entertainment. All for the irrational hate. All for the irrational chaos. Now, he also influences people in other ways. Think all the hate that you or somebody else posts about on your favorite social media platform, complaining about how shitty the human race is, complaining about discrimination, for example. While, yes, discrimination is a factor that he influences, he's also most likely influencing you to post about that. Maybe you're making the post under his influence, as he makes you angry, just to please him. He has no remorse for what people feel or think. All that matters to him is that he's entertained, like a horrifying puppet master, moving the strings to fit his needs. Although he doesn't manipulate anything to fit some grand scheme, he doesn't do this for some master plan or some greater good. He only does this for his own entertainment, as I said. He doesn't make you suffer for anything other than that. Everything, in the end, is pointless for that. Now, as I've stated before, to these beings who are nothing, you exist because of them, and therefore, for them. There is no turning back now, for the curiosity and their influence have already infected you. Though you may not feel any different, there is, in the back of your mind, some small itch forcing you to learn more and more. Soon, you'll end up just like me, an avatar. An avatar of knowledge. Knowledge that you did not ask for, knowledge that you did not want to hear. And you will be forced to spread it, forcing others into chaos, forcing others to become avatars, furthering the madness of this world. All to entertain them, all to entertain Skelter, all to make them happy. Your suffering, their profit. Hello, dear listeners, it's me, Children of the Night here, and though unfortunately we must part ways for now, I do hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Whether you listened to it here on YouTube or listened to it on the podcast, I thank you greatly. If you didn't know, I do have a podcast where I upload these narrations and also upload updates on horror news and give you recommendations for what pieces of horror media I think you should check out if you haven't done so already. That podcast can be viewed on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, pretty much everywhere where you can get podcasts. Also, if you want to be more involved in the community we have here, I do have an Instagram page at Children of the Night 1. There you can find just some updates and also some funny things that I post on occasion. If you want to support me even more than you already are by watching this YouTube channel or the podcast, feel free to check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/Children of the Night, or you can just use the link down in the description. There, you can get early access to these narrations, or you can get rights to voting on polls, where you can decide what horror narration I narrate next. In fact, you can even get voice acting roles in the narrations, and so much more. But remember, it is not mandatory, and anyone who chooses to support me in that way, I thank you greatly. But, until we see each other again, I want to say good night and sweet dreams to all my fellow children of the night.